Hopefully some people show up. We're just gonna wait a little bit. I'm in Ohio right now. Where's everybody else at? I'm thinking there's gonna be some people in VA, Texas, hopefully. Who knows? But if you can drop where you're at in the comments, that'll be cool. Let me know that you're on. Say hi. Oh, I see a Facebook user. Say hello. I don't know who this person is, but hi. Um, UK. Wow. Cincinnati. Okay, I'm only like an hour from Cincinnati. So that's cool. I'm in Dayton. So keep dropping where you're at, and then we're gonna start talking about imposter syndrome. I'm gonna give you a 5-step guide on Sin City. Nice. I'm gonna give you a 5-step guide on how you can defeat imposter syndrome. Basically, imposter syndrome is just when you feel like you're not capable of something or you feel like you're a complete fraud. And just a FYI, you are not a complete fraud. There's nothing wrong with you. It's all in your mind. Um, there are some successful people, famous people who've like actually admitted to having imposter syndrome at various parts of their lives. If anybody could guess, hey, Erica with the K. If there are two other people, you can state where you're at, and I'm gonna ask a question. Does anybody know where or know who that's successful also admitted to having imposter syndrome? If you could state one person that you think it is and you guess right, I might shout you out on LinkedIn. Hi, Ernest. Oh, cool. 757. That's nice. I used to live there. So we got Michelle Obama, former First Lady. She admitted to having imposter syndrome. And then Tom Hanks, believe it or not, he said that he still deals with imposter syndrome. So that's kind of cool. And that lets you know that you're not alone. Even famous people, rich people who have way more money than myself have experienced imposter syndrome. So we're about to go over this 5-step guide. It literally takes, if you want to do all of it, day to day, or if you want to do it right now as I talk about it, you can. If you do all of the steps, it takes like 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes to do that. It's really easy, really simple. And, after we complete this 5-step guide, you'll be able to do it on your own. You'll definitely feel more confidence over time. It'll lessen anxiety, lessen stress. I do some of this stuff with my daughter. And I also do it myself because there's times where I feel like I can't, or I'm not supposed to be doing something, or I'm not good at whatever it is that I'm supposed to be good at. So I'm gonna give you a quick example, and one of those examples are literally the other day I went to my daughter's school to teach about financial literacy, and I felt like an imposter because there was a point in like my life where I was not good with finances. Literally, I was horrible. I would pay stuff late. This was like 10, 12 years ago. I would pay stuff late, or I wouldn't pay it at all because there was a point in time where I didn't have any money. I was basically like homeless, living from car to car or people's couches. And yesterday, I just felt like there was like that I should not be teaching about that. But I've come a long way, and I have lots of resources, and I just knew that I can help these children learn something new and not be in the same situation that I was in my past. Okay, so let's move on. It's really important for you to recognize your achievements and believe in your abilities when it comes to imposter syndrome. So the first step to defeating imposter syndrome is to create a brag list. Okay, so this brag list, it will probably take you like 5 minutes. You just take out a piece of paper, you write it in your phone, in notes, on a laptop, however you want to do it, on sticky note. And you just basically list 5 accomplishments that you're super proud of. They can be personal or professional. Does anybody have something they want to share that's personal or professional that they're super proud of themselves that they did this year? So you can do that. If you want to post one in there, you can. I'll share mine. It's a brag list where it'll be a reminder that you are capable and that will help you internalize your success. So let me see what I'm proud of. Oh, well, it's not this year, but last year. Like with me and Level Up in Tech, I know I work in cybersecurity, but I am not the most technical person, or I wasn't the most technical person. And so my brag list, I know I said this year, but my brag list, on my brag list, I would put that I completed Level Up in Tech, did all those projects, and graduated. And now I'm about to be working as a cloud security engineer on June 1st. So there's my brag list. Does anybody else have anything that they want to brag about? The next talking point is positive affirmations. Yeah, I'm bragging. Y'all should brag too. It's okay. It's okay to be like proud of your accomplishments. So positive. Thank you. Positive affirmations. Okay, so this takes like 3 minutes if you're gonna do it. You write 3 positive affirmations down about yourself and your abilities, and then you repeat these affirmations out loud with conviction. Okay, 3 times. So I'm just gonna give something. Um, I am smart and capable. I'm going to say that out loud with conviction and mean it. A lot of times I do like to go in the mirror and say it. And other times I will say my name, because I did read somewhere that your brain is more likely to listen to what you say when it's coming from somebody else. So if you say, Erica, that's my name, Erica, Erica, you got this. Erica, you can do this. It's like someone else is telling you to do it, and your brain thinks that. So that would be the second thing that you can do to defeat imposter syndrome. Does anybody want to put down one of their affirmations that they say? Um, I know one that I use for sure is a Bible verse, and probably everybody knows that, but I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I say that a lot, and I'll say it over and over and over, and I emphasize, or I put an emphasis on all. We make our daughter say that. She's the oldest one. She does have a little bit of anxiety. Like she says it before track meets, before basketball games. She even has a necklace that says it. So that is a very good one to try out. The next one that you can try is share your feelings. So that's number 3, share your feelings. I know this can be hard for some people, and I understand it, but if you do have someone that you can share your feelings with, do so. It takes like 2 minutes, and they could probably talk you into whatever it is that you're doing, right? So send them a text, give them a quick call, message a family member or a friend that you trust, and tell them how you're feeling at that moment when you're feeling the imposter syndrome. You never know what word that somebody can speak into you. So I like to keep a very small circle that speaks life into me. I don't want anybody around me that's negative. I know we have down times and we have times where like we're just having a hard time. But I know that there's certain people that I can reach out to, and I'll just ask, do you have the bandwidth to kind of like listen to me vent a little bit about whatever it is that's going on, and this imposter syndrome. And then sometimes like I'll go to my husband and he will just pray for me. So that's one of the things that you can do to defeat imposter syndrome. The fourth thing that you can do is visualize success. And this one is big because I'm an avid believer in like seeing and knowing and feeling whatever it is that you want, however you want to feel. So if you have time and you want to do it right now, you just simply close your eyes and imagine yourself confident, completing whatever task or achieving whatever goal. And visualization, it really helps to create a positive mindset, a positive environment, and it's really good, especially when you work with on a team with other team members, because that kind of like rubs off on other people. And we kind of want that when you're working with a team in a work environment. You want the work environment to be peaceful, you have fun, and you do your work. What's the other thing that you could do? What are you wearing when you're having this moment of you visualizing you completing a task that you think that you can't do, that's in your mind, but you know you can do it, but think you can't do it, and you think other people are gonna think that you're just a fraud, right? So, what are you wearing? Like, what are you surrounded by? What was the result of the completed task? These are all the things that you need to visualize. Does anybody out there visualize what's going on in their life, what they want in their future, who they want to be, how they want to be when they're in that situation? Let me see what else that we could talk about. So, the last one that works really well is make an action plan. With the making an action plan, that takes like 1 minute. You can do this every morning if you wanted to. Just a little goal, identifies one small step that you can complete that will help you overcome your imposter syndrome. That will take you to the next step. So it's like small progress is still progress, right? You're going to make progress and you're going to reach your end goal. You don't have to always complete a big task or a big goal. You can break it up into smaller pieces and then complete it over time, over, a day, a week, a month, or whatever. So with this 5-step guide, that's exactly what you would be doing, especially if you do it every day. You do some of these steps or all of these steps, it will improve your life drastically. I'm saying this as a person who like suffers from anxiety. Sometimes, I realize like, life is not always going to go as planned, but you can definitely defeat whatever it is that you got going on. Life, you can make life what you want it to be, and this will help you to do that. Oh, I got a bonus step. And I do this with my daughter. She is 9 now. So the bonus step, which you guys probably heard if you follow Michael, but if you're in Louis, it's called the superhero pose, and he's talked about it before. And I was like, man, you took my idea, but it's not my idea. You can research it. They talk about it in therapy and stuff like that. But the superhero pose is just like if you're posing, like Superman. You can have your hands on your hip, and you stand confidently. I actually have my daughter do that. Just like, when she's in track about to run the 200 or 400, whatever race that she's going to have, I tell her, stand like that. That's how you feel more confident. Because if you're over here like nervous before you run and like twiddling your thumbs and just staring and looking around, you're not going to feel confident in what you're about to do. You're not about to like, kill this race. So that's one thing you can do. So the superhero pose, you stand up straight, place your hands on your hips. I would show you, but I'm not going to. You puff out your chest like Superman, and you take a few deep breaths, and you do this for about 2 minutes. I don't personally do it as often, but I do make my daughter do it, and she loves it. We laugh afterwards. So I think it's a great thing to do with your child, or even if you feel comfortable doing it, you can do it too. That's my 5-step guide. I definitely thought I would take longer than this, but that's my 5-step guide. Does anyone have any questions? Does anybody have any I guess, does anybody have any more tips that they would use to defeat imposter syndrome? I know a question that I've gotten before is like additional strategies to help you combat imposter syndrome. And I always say at the end of the day, you need to give yourself grace because everyone struggles from time to time with imposter syndrome. It's not new to anybody because we're all human. We all do not have every answer to every problem. We all, we're all made differently. Some people can think on their toes, some cannot, some stutter, some, I don't know, have are like great storytellers and just can speak to anyone and convince them to do anything. Just have grace for yourself. It's okay. It is okay. We are all learning on this, I don't know, journey to life. And then the other answer I would give is that in therapy, I learned to reframe my thoughts. Reframing your thoughts basically is just whenever you have a negative thought pop up in your mind, you change it to a positive one, or you redirect your thought to something else. And it's actually kind of harder than you think. And I probably only done it a few times. And when I've done it, I actually congratulated myself. Like I was proud of myself because it's big. Your mind is big. It's just it's one of those things, at the saying, your mind is like the devil's playground. Your mind will play tricks on you sometimes, and it's just based off of like our history and how we grew up and the things that we've been through. But you're able to reframe your mind, um, work on your mental health, and do whatever it is that you need to do to become a better person. So, does anybody have any questions? I'm really happy that y'all came and supported me in this live. I hope you guys had um jot down some notes. You can rewatch this live, but those are my 5 steps. Make sure you try it out. I'm going to go over it one more time. So the first one is create a brag list. Okay. The next one is positive affirmations. The next one is share your feelings with your friend or a family member. The fourth one is visualize success. And then the fifth one is make an action plan. And then, of course, the bonus, the superhero pose. But other than that, I'm pretty much done. And I appreciate you guys for coming and spending time with me on this live. Thank you guys.